because, sand
Okay.
is like the...
Welcome back, everybody. We're starting to come towards the end of this conversation now, as we're running out of time. So let's go straight to the floor and get the last questions from people like Loyiso, who's on table number 7. Where's Loyiso?
Thanks, Peter, and morning to your panelists. On the 10th of June, South Africa will be 10 months without load shedding, which is it's a very good thing. If I may direct my question to the mayors of Mbabane and also Windhoek, that what are the strategies that are there in your cities to make sure that there is sustainable supply of energy? You've touched on solar and other mechanisms that you use, but that is more on the consumption side. And what is it that we are doing on the generation side? The next one, it is the issue of urban agriculture, which can address itself to the problem of poverty within urban cities, like for instance converting the roofs of our buildings into gardens to be able to deal with that. Thank you.
Okay. So if I can ask you to give us brief answers, comprehensive but brief, so we can get through as many questions as possible.
Well, it is not only just converting our roofs into garden. Your flower beds, we can convert them into gardens, replacing your flowers with spinach and cabbages so you can get fresh vegetables. This is one of the initiatives that we are currently advocating for in our city. On the energy aspect, we are exploring energy, water, using water energy. The advantage of Mbabane is that we have a huge river running across. But what has impeded that development, unfortunately, is the drought, because now we have to refocus our energy harnessing aspect to channeling it into the drought aspect. So we at the current moment, we are halting our energy aspect, but not for a long time, because we envisage that we can also use wind turbines to generate the power, because currently as Swaziland, maybe you South Africans, we know that we are relying on you to supply most of the power that we are currently consuming in Swaziland. So it's a challenge for us, not only just as a city, but as a country, to explore other avenues of generating power for sustainability for ourselves.
And Namibia?
Yeah, with regard to the issue of food security, is also, or urban agriculture, is also one of the concepts that we have already introduced, because now we are encouraging, because previously the concept when it comes to food, service delivery, local authority, but many times we are overlooking at issues like food security, and then we leave it in the hands of the government. Probably now we have started engaging. The other challenging is water shortage that we are experiencing, but we are also encouraging community gardens where the community are engaging in those projects. And also based on our Vision 2030, this is the holistic approach of the government through when the president of the Namibia came to power, outlined this Vision 2030 so that it can be practical when it comes to the intervention, because we are looking at establishing, food bank now. We have already started with this initiative, and we as a local authority, we have acquired land to the central government to start providing, and that will touch on the issue of urban agriculture, will touch on food security concept and so on. But then when it comes to energy, I think there is a greater opportunity also if there is greater investors that can also come from African countries, and also from this platform and other platform. I will create that opportunities that they should come and engage with us when it comes to that. But probably we are also exploring a mechanism when it comes to wind energy and water energy. Those are some of the concept areas that we are also looking at. But in terms of solar energy is also another concept. We have already started with some pilot projects engaging with solar energy, because we do have enough sun when it comes to Windhoek and so on. We have explored many avenues with regard to that.
All right. Unfortunately, one resource that is not sustainable is time. It just keeps on disappearing. We're running out of it. And we've heard from you two. Just want maybe closing thoughts, starting with you, Kobe, because you sit in a unique position where you see all of these projects happening. And maybe your final thoughts in terms of the good things that we're doing, way forward, and the things that we need to take note of to build these great sustainable cities.
Yeah, I think there's tremendous potential in terms of localized city-based energy projects. There's a lot of financing available out there from the Global Environmental Facility, the Green Fund, adaptation funds at the global level. There's a lot of funding available. What we really need to invest in is clear policy, clear strategy, linked with bankable projects, a clear vision of where we want to take our city, how we're going to get there, and then work with the private sector and work with specialists in developing bankable projects. And I think once that is there, one will see that the investment comes along with it. So that's certainly a message. We cannot do this alone. New innovative partnerships with the private sector, that's absolutely vital. Infrastructure to lead development linked to sound planning, physical landscape-based planning, working with nature to provide nature-based solutions. Lots of opportunities. Mayors are very, very brave, and that's what they need to do.
Mayor Ramkhopa, 20 seconds.
Well, the place of cities as engines and drivers of economic growth is unassailable. Urbanization is a phenomenon that is unstoppable. It's a function of development. I think as cities we must gear ourselves to respond positively to that, exploit its a positive contribution, and ensure that the totality of our interventions are geared at restoring the dignity of our people and securing the future of our generation going forward.
Wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, Councillor Josienzo Rampopa, Mayor, we saw earlier as well. I'm just going to read them all. Mayor Mwese Kazapua, Windhoek, Namibia. Mayor Benita Jones, Mbabane, Swaziland. Mayor Clara Dome Vogo. Mayor Stephen Wanikaya, and Kobe Brown. Thank you all very much indeed. And for you at home, thanks for being part of this conversation. Have a great day, and viva our African cities. Let's do our thing together and build our cities and make them great. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Right, many thanks.
Right, that wraps up another New Age business briefing here on Morning Live. Hope you enjoyed that one. Our special guests from different African countries coming in, talking about their municipalities and their cities and regions and how they make things work. So very, very interesting indeed.
Very interesting indeed. Well, thank you very much to our viewers for having been with us this morning. We're back tomorrow morning on your screens. Take care.
Yeah, looking forward to you joining us. Just before I leave you, one important announcement, however, is that today, if you're in the Gauteng area, if you haven't applied for a space for your child for 2017, today is the deadline. You've got until midnight today to apply, so you have to do it. There already has been over 600,000 applications, so we urge you to visit the website, call the department, get your name down and let your child be registered for 2017. All right.